Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Starting to flow again, and dangerous, anxious times for Nathan Gorman. Oh, not that time though, and that, I think, will be good night. Kayataro Fujimoto. Great right hand.
Known for his punching power, Daniel Dubois has a perfect professional record, and is seen by many experts as the future of the heavyweight division, and a potential successor to the likes of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The young man from London has burst onto the scene in terrific style with a 15-0 start to his professional career. With time on his side, he is being brought carefully through by boxing promoter Frank Warren, while claiming the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. Today, we look at Daniel Dubois, the young British heavyweight boxer who has knocked out almost every opponent he encountered. Welcome to another Boxingverse video. Please like this video and leave a comment so we can keep making more. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications. As a boy, his father took him to the boxing gym at the age of 9 to stay out of trouble in South London. Dubois had around 75 amateur bouts. He left the amateurs early with only a handful of senior amateur bouts. He was on the Great Britain Olympic team with a plan to compete at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, however he opted to turn professional instead. Daniel Dubois made his professional debut, winning a quite pathetic mismatch inside a minute of the very first round. Going up against an extremely fleshy Marcus Kelly, Daniel Dubois put his debut win in the bank at the 35th second mark of the opener. Kelly, so much the shorter man against the 6'5" Dubois, came out swinging, giving it a go of sorts, but the magnificently conditioned Dubois cracked his advancing target with a tasty left hook to the chin, his follow-up shot soon sending Kelly down. Kelly beat the count, even laughing as he did so, but he was deemed to be in no shape to continue by the referee. Dubois took the first significant shot of his career, a right hand from the wide open and slugging Mendo in round 1. However, it was a momentary inconvenience as he roared back to produce a blistering stoppage in the second. The speed and power of Dubois' assault was a sight to behold as he left his opponent in no state to continue.
The heavyweight, Daniel Dubois. Back to Andy Friedland.
This one was scheduled for 4 rounds, but it lasted precisely 40 seconds as Dubois ended matters with the first significant punch he landed, knocking Howe to the canvas with a cracking right hand over the top. Howe was unable to beat the count and the impressive Daniel Dubois improved his professional record to 3-0. The game but very undersized Bargain did well to survive the opening round after being decked by a big right hand just 15 seconds into the fight. But his night was never going to last long, and so it proved in round 2 as a sickening body shot from Dubois left him writhing in agony on the floor as he was counted out. A knockout for the highlight reel, Dubois produced a stoppage with a stunning right hand that knocked Carter cold inside the first round at the copper box. Carter had already been down twice when Dubois landed flush with a magnificent shot 45 seconds into the fight that ended proceedings immediately. Dubois improved to 6-0 by impressively disposing of Welshman Darch inside 2 rounds at the copper box. Dubois was quick to establish his trademark jab, and by the end of the opening session, Darch was bloodied, and had already been on the floor once, taking a knee and then beating the count after being decked by a powerful chopping right from Dubois. Darch came out for the second willing to fight with fire, but it was a dangerous strategy and he was put on the seat of his pants 3 more times in quick succession, the third time signaling the end of the night's proceedings. Dubois registered his 7th professional victory by stopping the previously unbeaten Jones in the 3rd round at the York Hall. The youngster finally ended what was a messy affair by decking Jones with a right hand, prompting referee Bob Williams to stop the fight. It was at least another step on the learning curve for the aspiring Dubois. Dubois claimed the English heavyweight title in just his 8th professional outing, one faster than world champion Anthony Joshua had, by stopping Little inside 5 rounds at the O2 Arena. Before the bout, Little had promised to really test Dubois, but he didn't really manage to deliver as Dubois was dominant throughout. That super left jab and punishing body shots really weakened Little, and by the 5th he had nothing left as Terry O'Connor stepped in to wave it off after another Dubois assault. Dubois went the distance for the first time as a professional as durable American Johnson was able to spike his guns to an extent on what was a night of education for young Dubois. He started fast as usual, having won all of his previous fights inside 5 rounds. But Johnson didn't fall as easily as his previous opponents, and Dubois was forced to go to the scorecards for the first and only time in his career thus far. It was never in doubt though, as referee Sean Messer gave Johnson only a share of 1 round as he scored the 10-rounder 100-91 in favor of the still unbeaten Dubois. Dubois elevated his perfect professional record to 10-0 with an effortless destruction of Romanian journeyman Koianu at the Royal Albert Hall. Dubois backed his opponent onto the ropes late in the second session and unloaded with a fearsome flurry which eventually put Koianu down. He attempted to rise to his feet but was unable to, and referee Steve Gray waved the fight off.
Protect yourself at all times, touch gloves.
Another impressive night for Dubois, who finished his Ghanaian opponent in the 4th after another systematic beatdown in his home city. Lardy though showed real courage as he recovered from being clobbered with a beautiful uppercut in the 3rd to trade furious blows with Dubois. Daniel though was on top again by the end of the 3rd as he re-established the jab and started to work effectively behind it again. The coup de grace came in the 4th with just over a minute remaining as a beauty of a right hand put Lardy on the deck and he failed to beat the count. Dubois successfully came through the biggest test of his professional career so far, knocking out the previously unbeaten Gorman to claim the vacant British heavyweight crown. Many had expected Dubois to be really tested by Gorman, but he was seriously impressive as he dominated from the start with his trademark left jab, again a fearsome weapon in scoring at will, and opening the way for that huge right hand. Gorman was down for the first time in round 3 as a blistering assault by Dubois finally put him on the deck as Gorman just could not withstand the barrage of shots coming his way. He survived only for a little while afterwards though, as Dubois closed the show in round 5 when another huge right put Gorman down again, this time for good. Dubois claimed the vacant Commonwealth heavyweight title with a brutal demolition of the man from Ghana inside a round at the Royal Albert Hall. 2 knockdowns were enough to end matters swiftly as Dubois again showed proper potential. The first courtesy of a right hand after fierce body shots with the left had dropped Tete's guard. The second came from another vicious combination, and this time Tete, who had looked nervous even before the opening bell, was in no condition to continue. Dubois improved his record to 14-0 with a stunning demolition of his Japanese opponent. Dubois was quick to establish his dominance in the opening session via a stiff jab with which he scored at will, and set up right hands which started to sap the endurance of Fujimoto. It was clear this wouldn't be a long night for Dubois, and a left counter dropped Fujimoto to the seat of his pants early in the 2nd, though he was able to continue after taking the count of 8. The KO when it arrived was a thing of beauty as Dubois blasted Fujimoto out with a picture-perfect right hand which brought the evening to a perfect conclusion. Dubois blasted out the overmatched Dutchman Snyders inside 2 one-sided rounds. Snyders, who took the fight on just 10 days' notice after original opponent Eric Pfeiffer had been ruled out, came in lighter than Dubois. And Dubois duly ended things in double quick time. The first round saw Snyders on the canvas 3 times. Dubois closed the show in the 2nd with a brutal left to the body. Daniel Dubois has a fearsome array of weapons at his disposal, with a lovely left jab setting things up for powerful right hands, hooks and body shots. It's no surprise he is a big fan of Larry Holmes and Lennox Lewis. The world appears to be Dubois' oyster, and he is widely acclaimed as a potential future world heavyweight champion. Do you think Daniel Dubois is the future world heavyweight champion to succeed the likes of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Boxingverse. Remember to turn on notifications so you won't miss out on new uploads. Thanks for watching.